Hey guys, it's Rebecca Verstat. I know there's nobody in here just yet, but I know this will be saved, so on the replay, don't want to have just dead air. So what I plan to do, since I am, the video for color corrector should be going up this afternoon, and I've talked about my dark circles under my eyes in several videos. What I wanted to do was actually show you what I do to kind of color correct that. And I do have several color correctors that I use, and I kind of like intermix things, and I mix colors and that kind of stuff. Just so it just depends on how dark they are, but I have a warm undertone in my skin. I am fair, so I do have these really, purple under eyes, and I've had them since I was little. I've had them, if you look at baby photos of me, I've had them my entire life. I've had doctors tell me that they're allergies. I've had doctors tell me that the skin under my eyes is too thin. I've had medical professionals that are not doctors tell me that because my orbital bone is deeper set than, like, as most people. So I do have a ridge right here where my orbital bone, where your eye socket is, the orbital bone comes down, and this is actually kind of hollow underneath. I've never had other than with like allergies and I get like swollen eyelids, I've never really had like puffy under eyes or swollen under eyes, not even with crying. So I've never had to worry about that because I've always been kind of sunken in. So what I usually do is I start off with yellow color correctors. This one is from NYX. This is the CW10. This is just straight yellow. And then this one's from Essence. This is called Pastel Yellow. And the light is like blowing it out. Anyways, it's very light in color. It's a thin consistency. And hi, Sandra. Or Sadra. Not quite sure how to pronounce that. So what I start by doing is I put color corrector here first, and then I will go over it with this one because it's a little bit darker, and I'll just kind of like dot it in. But on this eye, I actually and I have a light that just went out. I have a 3 light thing over my mirror, and one of the light bulbs, like, if you wiggle it, it works. I don't know what's going on with it. Sometimes it looks gray. So I put that on first. So that's what we're looking like right now. And then I blend it underneath my eye, and I even carry it up like right here. And I do wear glasses when I'm sitting at my computer. I have an astigmatism in both eyes, but I have like 20/10 vision in one eye and 20/20 vision in the other. So my eyesight isn't the problem. It is what I see at a distance. It's distorted. So when I sit at my desk in front of my computer, I'm like 3.5, 4 feet away. So I do prefer wearing my glasses to help correct how I see things. Okay, so now that I've got that done, I then go back if I need more. Like I need some here, and I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. I stayed up playing games with several of my friends on Overwatch, and I was like, they were playing Capture the Flag, which was very fun. I did some competition stuff. I got ranked in silver because my friend was like asking me to go through all my like preliminary games in order to get my score. So I scored into silver for a competitive. Hey. And so what I ended up doing was we we played a couple games and it was fun. And I was like, well, gosh, that game only lasted 4 minutes. It was almost 1 o'clock. And see, I thought the James Charles Palette release was going to be at like, after midnight. Well, come to find out, I got on Twitter and looked, and it didn't release until like 9 or 8 o'clock this morning, California time, which is like, it was 11 o'clock my time. So whatever I have left over on my sponge, I do kind of like carry it up onto my eyelids, because my eyelids do have purple discoloration as well. And then I'll go in with concealer, and I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetics one in 100, and I'm going to put it on the back of my hand and use a brush to smear it out. And I will be using this as like eyeshadow primer stuff instead of actually using an eyeshadow primer today, so I don't feel like getting a whole bunch of stuff out of the closet. And what I usually do is I work this exactly where I want it, and then I will blend it out with the sponge so that there's no like major harsh lines. And I am looking at the mirror behind the camera. I'm sorry, but comments like that are not going to be accepted. That is very inappropriate, and you are in a timeout. So then I go back, and I just got whatever was left on my hand, and I just kind of blend it out, and then I go up the side of my nose and then down onto my cheek and out over here as well, so that the color doesn't just like stop right on my orbital bone. And then what I can do is that, and then blend it out on my eye. So then my eye has something on it for eyeshadow to grab to. And I do this every time I do makeup. Now, I hate the feeling of foundation. I don't like the feeling of sticky, tacky stuff on my skin. 9 times out of 10, I can't find a foundation that matches me because my skin tone is so weird. It's like I'm pink, like on the center of my forehead, my nose and mouth area, like in here is pink, but the rest of my face, if you look, is like kind of yellow. And then I get spots right here on my temples that's like super green. And for the most part, I've got really good skin. Like I've got a couple breakouts right now, but they're not too bad. So I don't worry about covering them. So concealer is mainly all I will use on like a regular basis, just to kind of hide some imperfections. And then whatever's left over on the sponge, like I'll go over the couple spots that I have. Sometimes I'll even put concealer down the center of my face, but I'm actually having a really good skin day today, minus I had 2 blemishes show up on my nose. I have 1 on my forehead. And I did a charcoal mask last night on Instagram Live, so that seems to pull impurities out of my face. I've even got one here that popped up. And it looks like I got one there. And if I wanted more coverage, I could do more, but this is just what I want right now. Now, I did take the Maybelline Fit Me and the Coty Airspun powder and make my own like combination of the two, and then I mixed in hyaluronic acid because I have dry skin and I use hyaluronic acid on my skin every day. And I just take some in the lid, and the powder kind of like feels wet when you put it on the skin. It's kind of like I made my own Becca like what was that, the Hydra Mist or something mist setting powder, because I was going to get that Hydro powder that Becca Cosmetics had put out, but I kept reading all the reviews, and then that Taylor had done a review of it, and she's fair, and it looked like peach on her, and in foundation shades that are close enough match to me, of course the undertone's off, her foundation shade's about the same as mine. So I was like, okay, if that looks like straight up peach on her skin, I can only imagine what it's going to look like on mine. And peach colors on my skin don't really like go too well. So I was like, yeah, it's like $38 for the powder. The main ingredient that makes it hydrating is hyaluronic acid. You can buy a bottle of hyaluronic acid serum at Walmart for like $7. So that's what I did. And then I just kind of mixed the two ingredients, the actual powder. And this came from Walmart. You can get like a 2-pack of these for $1. So you figure, and I already had the 2 setting powders. So now that that's on, usually what I'll do is, I don't really like using this for foundation. This is the EcoTools like foundation brush. What I'll usually do is just kind of go back over this area and just kind of massage the powder into my skin, because number one, I don't want that dry powder sitting on my skin, but 2, it helps like blend things out even more. And even though you can still see some of the darkness, now had I used the Tarte Shape Tape, you wouldn't see this at all. Either the Tarte Shape Tape or the Makeup Revolution concealers, when I use those, you don't see anything. It just looks like the rest of my skin. But I'm trying to use some of my other products right now, since I've done like a makeup rearrangement, like when I went through and reorganized all of my makeup. Since doing that, I've been trying to use my products more evenly. So back to the James Charles thing. I don't watch James Charles anymore. I have seen some of his videos. I don't care for him. The whole sister this and sister that drives me insane. It really does. And I have children his age. So I don't know if he's being fake or if that's really his personality. So it's just something about it. I don't mind that he's outgoing. I don't mind that he's very flamboyant. That stuff it doesn't bother me. But the sister this and sister that and sister everything else drives me sister insane. So I stopped watching him about 8 to 10 months ago, before the whole clique of Laura Lee and Manny and all those people like started like hanging out, before the whole like blow up thing in August. So I didn't know he was like working on anything until about a month ago, and I sold some stuff on my web store on Depop, and I've been like sitting on the money, because what I wanted to do with it was buy a full size of the Peter Thomas Roth anti-aging cleansing gel and a full size of the It Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream, and they're both like $38. So right now I have the sample sizes of them and I use them daily. So this is the cleanser that I have. This is a 2-ounce bottle. Now this will last me 4 months. This will also last me about 4 months. This is the little sample guide that I have of the moisturizer. So I think at Ulta I got this during the 21 Days of Beauty, not this past time, but the time before last, the one that was like March, April. This was like $12 to $16. Same thing with this. So I did buy like double ups of each of these, and I've already used up the first ones that I got. So what I had wanted to do was, for my birthday gift for myself, is I wanted to buy big ones. But then I saw James come out with the palette, or everybody was talking about him coming out with an eyeshadow palette. And I got this in March. And I really love this palette, and I don't own many eyeshadow palettes. I do have like this one from BH Cosmetics, which the eyeshadows are absolutely tiny. Like these are about the size of a dime. Granted, there are 2 trays, but 99% of these shadows are shimmers. So I was like, oh, that's not cool. Then I also, at the same time, got the 99 Luxe eyeshadows. These are smaller than a dime. Smaller than a dime. And they are powdery, and the ones that are shimmery are like super shiny, but like sheer super shiny. And then the matte shades go on like kind of chunky, and then trying to blend them out, they just kind of blend away. So these are 2 of my eyeshadow palettes. Then I got, and all in the same order, I got the Zodiac palette, which is a really nice palette. The only thing I have a problem with are these foil shades. You literally have to get your brush wet in order to use them, because my brush does not pick these up dry. My finger does not pick these up dry. So I find the best way to use these is to get a synthetic brush wet and then use them to apply. The mattes are fine. The highlighter I don't really use. I plan on using it possibly in today's look. So the Jaclyn Hill palette and the 3 BH Cosmetics palettes, there's 3. And if you saw, well, I'm not going to pull everything out. I recently got a new Milani palette, and you are in a timeout too. I'm not going to have garbage like that on my video. So I have the Milani Pure Passions palette, and then I just got the Bold Obsessions palette, and then I got the CoverGirl palette because I wanted bold eyeshadows. And then of course I see the pictures for James Charles palette, and I was like, oh, I don't have any of those shades. And what I've been working with for years color wise are like single eyeshadows, just single eyeshadows. I didn't own palettes before this. Even when I was working back in the salon, all I had were single eyeshadows. So when I saw the palette that was coming out that had colors that the Jaclyn Hill palette didn't have, it had the bright colors that I wanted. Now granted, it only had one yellow shade in it. I have one yellow eyeshadow, one. And every palette that I've looked at, because I want to try more yellow eyeshadow, there's literally, it might be a yellow palette, but there's only one shade in there that's yellow, and then you might have a gold shade, and that's it. So actually Colored Rain had tweeted out today what we wanted to see in 2019, and I'm like, a yellow eyeshadow palette. That's it. I want an all yellow eyeshadow palette with the varying shades of yellow. And so they responded back that they would, they like yellow, that they would like to do something like that. Now, granted, people are going to complain that it's all like varying shades of yellow, but if you think about it, Huda Beauty did those little gem palettes that one's red, one's blue, one's green, one's purple. They did those. And then you have other companies that have done like that, the Tarte April Fool's palette that was all supposed to be one shade with like 1 or 2 other colors thrown in that are similar enough in the color family that they made a palette out of it, and then a bunch of people have duped it. So I thought that was funny when, I think it was Bad Habit, or I know there was an indie brand that duped it, and it was basically all of the shades that would have been in that Tarte, the Tarte palette, and everybody's like, oh, you snoozed, you lose. So I thought that was funny that they included that in there. So I don't know. I really want to try and be braver when it comes to color, because I don't go anywhere. I don't really do anything that would require me to wear makeup on a regular basis. 9 times out of 10, you can find me sitting at my PC. That's where I stay all day. If I'm not editing a video or recording a video, that's basically where I stay. So I've digressed. I did buy the James Charles palette this morning, along with a magnetic palette like this. Hey, Michael. I've had to block a couple people for inappropriate comments. I'm going to make you an admin. If you see something inappropriate, put them in a timeout. So I have, yeah, right. I have a bunch of single shadows, but I have more than what my little 3 palettes will hold, and these don't hold a lot of shades. So I did buy the large Morphe magnetic palette. It was like $10, and then I picked up a couple of single loose, or the single shades of yellow and a couple of orange. No, I took the orange ones out because I looked and found that I had a couple orange shades. So I am getting a couple of single shades that are yellow and a couple that are blue, but it took me 5 sales on Depop to get the money for the past like 6 to 8 weeks. And I've been like sitting on that money. I haven't done anything. And I actually should have a payment that clears today unless the girl screwed me. I had a girl order something and then like was really rude and said, why haven't you shipped the item yet? And she paid via e-check. And the e-check is supposed to clear today, but I shipped it Saturday not realizing it was an e-check. So hopefully her check doesn't bounce through PayPal. If so, then I'm going to be out a $40 ring, the shipping, and she'll have a ring and her money back. So I will be very unhappy about that. Okay, so I did watch on like 2 times speed. I watched the James Charles reveal palette, or the palette reveal. And when he was doing like the intro, he had shown this look here. And I want to be like brave and kind of like do this eyeshadow look today. And so what I did was I screenshot. This was his post on Instagram. I just screenshot it. See, there's his name at the top. So I did screenshot it so that I could use it. I know Tati did a version of this. I've seen a couple of other people, and I think the video that he put up the other day, which I watched this morning, that was 4 different makeup artists use my palette and recreate looks. So I did watch that, and in one, I think it was the last girl that did her tutorial, she did this look. So what I did was I pulled, now this is a shimmer shade. So I have a single in red. I have a single in orange that I pulled out of inventory. This and this were already in my eyeshadow collection as singles. This one's a little bit lighter and more like a grass green than the lime green that he's got on his eyes. I pulled both of these blues out of inventory. One of them is like a shimmer shade and the other one is just a matte shade, but this is the right tone. I pulled a yellow out of inventory, and then what I figured I would do for the orange, if the other orange doesn't work out, is in the Jaclyn Hill palette, I was going to use this one here, which I think is Creamsicle. Yeah, it's Creamsicle, and she's got like a red shade here, but it's more like an orange red. So those are some of the things that I was looking at doing. Now, I did kind of like run over my eyelids with powder, and I brought in a 3x5 card so I could possibly try and get the swoop that he has going on for the wing. So I have my iPad holder and my iPad, trying to find somewhere to set it up so I can use the picture as reference as I am playing. And then that way you guys can also see what I'm doing. And I know that he used a bunch of various blending brushes and whatnot, so I've got a bunch of brushes that I lay down on the counter. So I think I'm going to start with, he started with the purple shade first, and I'm going to use the Wet n Wild. This is a little blending brush here. So I don't know how this is going to work with picking shadow up from a single. And then trying to like use the card at the same time. to try and like keep a line. And then of course not having a mirror that is close enough to use. So I'm going to be using my phone and the mirror. This will be interesting. I might even have to like pull up the video that he did on this look and see. But I do remember him using like the purple first, and then he went in with like the yellow here. Because I know when Tati did her video, she had to like stop it and like play it back to see just how he did like certain things. And I'm not going as like bold. I'm like lightly tapping into the eyeshadow to like pick up pigment. Yeah, well, you know, I just grabbed a whole bunch of like brushes. I don't know what I'm gonna need or when I'm gonna need them or if I'm going to need them. So I grabbed a bunch. And I know he used several different brushes, but he used a bunch of them that were like the same brush, but he had like duplicates of. I don't have duplicate brushes. Well, it's not as like sharp, but we're getting there. Okay, then he went in with another blending brush and yellow. And like, this might be a little big. And he brought it right here. And I'm going to grab the magnetic palette and see. See, this yellow isn't as like vibrant as his yellow. And other than those BH Cosmetic palettes, I don't have anything else with yellow in it. Oh, and it looks like it's got shimmer in it. Well, crap. Hello. We have a jumper. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Oh, it's okay. It's just a coastal sun shadow running around. They're not magnetic anyway, so they don't stay in the magnetic palettes. I've just kind of got them jammed in there. Yeah, and this palette doesn't really have any like yellows. Okay, where's the other one? See, that's what I'm talking about. You have all these palettes, but none of them have, yeah, this one doesn't even have yellow in it either. And I know he transitioned from the yellow to the orange. So, pastel yellow it is. But at least I know the color is there. Might as well do this side while I've got these brushes and stuff. And it's not like I'm doing anything fancy today. I've just got to clean the kitchen and unload and reload the dishwasher. I vacuumed the house yesterday. I was being like super productive. Got 2 videos edited. Got another one like a quarter of the way edited. I still got to finish that one. That's of the new Milani palette. I did like swatch comparisons to the other one that I have to see just how close it is to the other one, to see if you know, if you have one, do you really need the other kind of thing? And I was actually very surprised when I did. You know, just looking at it, you would think that, oh well, it's the same. You don't need both of them. But I was pleasantly surprised by the colors in the Bold Obsessions palette. Oh, and I don't know why I had it put with business stuff, but I found 2 different shampoos and conditioners that I can, let's see, that side's actually pointed, that I can actually test out. So I will be pulling those out of the tub that they're in with business stuff, so I can then test them out and try them and see what I think. I think one shampoo and conditioner set came from a Birchbox subscription, and then another one, I had a sample of it that I didn't like the fragrance of it. Like, I'm very particular about the smells that go in my hair, because if I have a shampoo that absolutely reeks and I use it in my hair, and then you have to go around with your hair smelling like that for 2 days, I'm like, no thanks. So I sold the sample on Amazon, and then somebody asked me where they could get a large size of it, and they live in another country, so they couldn't. So I ordered the large size off of Birchbox for them and listed it on Amazon, and then sent them a message and let them know that it was listed, because they couldn't get it. They couldn't order it directly because of where they were, what country they were in. So I ordered it, and then they never got it. They never bought it. They never picked it up. So I was a little disappointed that I had spent quite a bit of money buying something that I didn't get a return on my investment. And they were not cheap products. All right, I think I'm going to go in with the red, and then I'll use the orange to blend. And I'm going to use my Luxie brush and just kind of place the shade right above the purple. And this red does have shimmer in it. And the brush is like way too big. But it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a recreation, my version of a recreation. And I can always clean up here. Yeah, well, such is life. But I mean, at least I found products that I already have. They were just in with business. They were in a tub with business stuff. So I have 2 new shampoos and conditioners that I can test out. Oh, this? Yeah. And I went too high on the other eye, so I'm going to have to use concealer and fix that. To be honest, I don't even know what it looks like right now up close. Well, the purple and pink are whoo, I'm gonna fall over. That's what happens when you stand on one leg. The purple basically blended away on the other side because I got carried away with it, and I need to tone it down. And the red, none of this is as vibrant as the shades that he used. And I knew, these are close shades to his eyeshadow look. They're not exact, but I do want that purple to show up. It almost looks like it wants to turn gray on me. And this side was a lot better. Okay, now for the orange shade. Pray for me. And you know, the thing is, this is just makeup. It'll all wash off. None of this is permanent. I was just... Yeah, right? Well, I'm kind of like, I have one leg propped on the counter. So I'm literally only standing on one foot. See, a lot of these like people that I watch on YouTube, they have like these nice cushy desks and they've got a room dedicated to recording and they sit down to record their videos. Which must be a luxury because I tried sitting once. I brought my chair in from the office and I put it in here and I sat down to record a video once and it was like weird. Occasionally I've recorded videos like sitting down, but usually I'm like sitting on my laundry basket or sitting on the floor. I'm like, that's one thing I look at these YouTubers and it makes me wonder, are they even real people? Because I wake up first thing in the morning, you know, whenever I crawl out of bed, right? I throw my hair in a ponytail, I wander out, let the dog out the front door so she can go to the bathroom, put coffee in the microwave to warm it up, come in and right? I'm getting there. You know, I come in and do my morning like bathroom stuff where you wash your face and brush your teeth and, you know, the morning freshen up stuff. And then I go back out, I grab my coffee out of the microwave, I doctor it. Oh hell, I just realized something. I've committed a sin, I'll be right back. I realized I forgot my coffee at my desk. I'm mentally punishing myself for that one. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm looking all over the counter for it, and I'm like, wait a minute, where is my coffee? Yeah. Oh, and here's the other cup I was telling you about, the one that had witches on it. This is an old Avon mug, and I just think it's the cutest thing. They came out in Halloween in like 2001. I bought 6 of them. One of them, it was crazy. I opened it out of the box and I went to wash the mugs and like right here, the handle just like separated off the mug itself. I'm like, ah, the mug, it broke. Okay, so I've got some yellow going on. I think what he did was blue all over his lid and then white. And I have some white shades, but it looks like he did like blue here and then blue under his eyes with the green and then white all the way in the center. So, and he actually carried his color up high too, because his eyebrows are like not, did you turn off on me? I need to look at that. Well, I guess that works. I just need where'd my orange go? I need a brain. That's what it is. I need a brain. But, you know, I got to thinking, the comment that I got first thing when I started my live stream on Sunday was how I have 4,000 subscribers. I don't know. I do lose some just about every day. I lose subscribers to various things, whether it's closed accounts or maybe they just don't want to watch my videos anymore, or YouTube unsubscribes people. I don't know. I don't know why people watch me. I'm not them. Sometimes I would like to ask people why they unsubscribe, but it's not like it's a big deal. What do I want to use? I'll probably use that one. Since his blue is super dark, I think I'm going to use the blue that has shimmer in it versus the matte one. Because if you look at these two colors, one is a lot more subdued. I'm just wondering if I should put white on first. That probably might be the best option. I'll just use the one from the BH palette that I've got sitting open here on the counter. It's not like true white. It's kind of like an off-white, but it'll work. And I don't know if he used concealer to cut his crease to add the blue and the white or not. Tati didn't show that in her video. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I'm just a normal person. I used to work in a salon Monday through Sunday, anywhere between 8 and 14 hours a day. I have a college education, but I don't really, I'll just stick that in here since there's a hole from the purple shade. Scoot over. Scoot over, you got another blue moving in. I'll find a new home for the purple. I took the purple shade out of here, so I just kind of stuck the blue in there since that's the color I'm going to be using next. So, I'm not... Yeah, right? Which blue do I use? I don't know. You're the one doing it. I love it when I watch YouTubers that have already like recorded a video. Like I like watching declutter videos because I like looking at everybody's makeup and I'm like, man, I wish I could have that. Man, I wish I had that. Man, ooh, that's ugly. Why'd you buy that? You know, I do that when I watch people's declutter videos. So, it's funny when I was watching one the other day, dozing off, and oh, it's really bad. YouTube has this thing now where you can like look at your statistics and see how many hours of YouTube you watch a day. And I actually hit it the other day and it said that I had watched like 48 hours of it, solid 48 hours of YouTube within like the past week. I was like, I need to get a life. But I watch YouTube, like I have YouTube playing on my phone while I'm playing video games. So I just about have YouTube running every hour that I'm awake during the day, I'm watching somebody. And if it's a channel that I normally watch, that it's an old video that I haven't seen, I'll watch it. I don't care that it's old. But like this lady was doing a declutter video, and I don't know how I ended up on her channel. She's not somebody I'm subscribed to. But she was like asking in the video, she like swatched a bunch of colors on her hand of like these lip colors. And she's like, which one should I keep? Should I keep this one, this one, this one, or this one? They all look so similar. She's like, well, you let me know. You let me know which one I should keep. But I'm thinking to myself like, so she records the video. I know it takes me a day or two to edit a video to get it put up. And she condensed, you know, when you, like that makeup video that I did where I like reorganized all of my makeup, took me like an hour and a half to record. And I condensed it down. I didn't cut anything out of it, but I did like speed it up. And, you know, so that amount of time got cut down. I think I did it like times 5 or times 6. So an hour and a half worth of footage got cut down to like 25 minutes. So it wasn't like super long. So I can only imagine how long this lady took. And she cut things out. You could tell she had cut things out by the way that the video, you know, you can always tell when somebody's done a cut in a video. So I got to thinking, I'm like, okay, so she's recorded the video. Maybe a week later, she's got it put up on her YouTube channel. Is she really going to hold on to those 4 lipsticks and separate them out for a week? If not 2 weeks, to get comments in on her channel to let her know whether or not to keep one of those 4 lip colors. And I'm like, really? Really? I don't know. It's just one of those things. Okay, then he's got purple. He's got purple and then blue. But since I already have blue on this brush, I'm gonna put it right in the center. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And then I'll go back with the purple. I think I just painted my eyeball. Yep, I painted my eyeball. Woo! Powdery eye. Something else for my eye to bitch about. Right? I was gaming with my friend Chris and Phil last night. Well, actually, Phil has been in one of my live streams, but I don't think Chris has. Chris is my friend from California. And he had asked me to play a certain character on Overwatch. And I'm like, I don't know if you want me to play that character. I'm kind of klutzy. And he's like, no, you're ditzy. You're not klutzy. I'm like, I'm kind of both. I'm ditzy and I'm klutzy. All right, so the purple goes here. Try not to poke myself in the eye again. That poor eye. Well, my blue eye just got extra blue. That's what I did, was I put blue eyeshadow in my freaking eye. And I'm not worried about accuracy right now. I just want to get the colors on and then I'll blend it. Yeah, you mean waiting to decide on whether or not she's going to keep the eyeshadow? I don't know. Or I mean the lip color. Messing with eyeshadow, talking about lipstick, brain fart. Or as I tell people, I'm having a brunette moment. Because I'm not blonde. Unless you count these nice sparkly things that are growing in that are like super pretty. I love my gray hairs. I think they're like gorgeous. They're like this nice iridescent like white shade. I'm like, people used to come into the salon and ask for hair color that color. And it would take us hours and double processing and doubling up on developer in order to get people like halfway to that color. I should have just told them, just wait, they'll grow in naturally. But some people, when they go gray, they don't, their gray hair isn't pretty. It's like, some people when they gray, especially redheads, when they gray, oh my gosh, their hair. Oh, well, I have some of my gray hairs are like, I'm doing the whole salt and pepper thing. So yeah, I'll look sometimes and it looks like I got a black streak growing in, out of my head, which I do because I've got hair that isn't brown anymore. It's black. But, I actually used to have the whole rogue stripe in the front of my hair. And because my hair is like a 4.5 on the level chart, 10 being black, 10 being blonde, 1 being black. So my hair is naturally dark. It's always been dark. And it takes about 4.5 hours to get my hair to lift halfway to blonde. And then you've got to process it the next day as well, because you can't do all of it at once. Hang on, I don't want to poke myself in the eye again. But I learned the hard way. I couldn't get my hair from my natural color to blonde in one day without doing a keratin treatment on it and using Design Essentials 6-in-1 super hydrating conditioner on it overnight and sleeping in it, so that my hair isn't like limp spaghetti. I mean, now they have products that are like different, where you can lift 9 levels with one product and not like completely strip the hair, which is nice. I mean, for hairdressers that are doing stuff now, they've changed a lot of things, and it's nice how they've formulated stuff a lot different, and hair color isn't as toxic as it used to be. I probably ought to put the blue all the way up. I'm going to go back with that blending brush that has like the orange shade on it and just kind of blend out that blue a little bit. I might even go over that with concealer to like cut out a little white space in between those two shades, and then the front of my eye as well. I don't know yet. I'm just playing. Makeup can be fun. Sometimes it can be a pain, but unlike other YouTubers, I'm just a real person. I'm not like super glam. I don't go to events. Hell, half the time I go to bed in one outfit and wake up in it and stay in it the whole day. I don't even change out of whatever I slept in. Which is actually what I did today. But I do that. And it's my prerogative to do that. Alright, I'm going to go in with the green now. See how bad I can screw this up. I am like so afraid of getting that eyeshadow in my eye again. I'm like, let me close my eye. Okay, I drew on that eye with the green. So I got one eye that has blue and one eye that's got green. All right. They won't quite match, but they'll be close. With the fact that they'll both be watering and all pissed off because I just got eyeshadow in them. And I know he didn't carry the green all the way in, but I went a little too far with the blue. So who cares? It's just makeup. All right. Yeah, well, you know, and I watch a variety of people that do different YouTube style videos, but you know what gets me is when you're watching a YouTuber and the first thing that they say is, oh, I'm sorry if you can hear such and such sound. Like my air conditioner just came on. They don't run their air conditioner when they're recording videos because the mic picks it up. So you're going to sit there with your ring light or your softbox lights or whatever studio lights that you have, and you're going to sit there and do your YouTube video, and you're going to be dying of heat because the sound of the air conditioner might offend somebody, or it might be too loud, or what. Screw that. I'd rather be comfortable. I live in Florida. It's 80 degrees outside. You expect me to sit in here with all these lights on in the bathroom without having a nice cool breeze blow on me? You know, that's the stuff I think about. They're like, oh, sorry, the neighbor's dog is barking. Hell, if somebody knocks on my door right now, my dad's chihuahua is going to go nuts and bark, 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 bark. It's life. You can't edit everything out. Like, I do edit my sneezing because sneezing is not pretty. You get the whole buggy eyes and you sneeze and you spit and you do like weird things when you sneeze. And half the time it's like, you know, you've got the whole momentum, whether it's your head, your body, and of course, in my case, it's all of this stuff. You know, when I sneeze, this stuff goes everywhere. So I'm like, okay, don't sneeze in your hair. Make sure you cover your mouth. Don't spit on anything. And heaven forbid I'm in the middle of recording something, because then the microphone is going to be so close to my schnoz that that's all you're going to hear for the rest of the day is me sneezing. I'm like, yeah, that's probably not the... Hey, I told you to stay on. My iPad just closed its window. So, I mean, it only stays up for 15 minutes anyways. That's the second time it's tried to go to sleep. I don't know. Those are things that I will actually edit out as me sneezing. But for the most part, do you see the videos how it is? Like, I will speed things up to make it so it's not so long, because I don't want people to go into a video and watch like a minute of it and be like, oh, well, this girl's boring. I'm not going to watch her. Okay, well, if you don't want to watch me, that's perfectly okay. You don't have to watch me. But I do get people that watch my videos and that they watch all the way through, which is nice. And I know when I watch a YouTube video, unless I'm like really disgusted by something that's going on in the video, I will watch the whole video. So, pulling out the white concealer. So, I don't know. It's one of those things. And instead of getting another one dirty, I'm just going to use the one that I used before. I just got to be careful about how much I apply to the brush. Get it close enough to light. It's like, okay, don't breathe. You might. Oh, hell, I just screwed up my whole look. That's me. This would probably be easier with a smaller brush, but I don't want to get another one dirty. I'm not like some of those YouTubers that own a ton of brushes and then don't wash them for 2 or 3 months. I wash my brushes about every time depending on the shade on it, I'll wash my brush every time I use it or every other time I use it. I'm gonna leave that one be for a minute. It's like I take a breath and I hold it. Like, don't breathe. Okay, I ran out of stuff on my hand. And I really do need a smaller brush for this. Okay. It's itty bitty. Look at how tiny this brush is. I'm surprised it has hair on it. This is actually an eyeliner brush. So Michael, how is work going so far today, bud? I mean, I know we talked a few hours ago, but that was a few hours ago. You're good, right? I mean, I don't know what it looks like with his eyes closed, but like, his colors are a lot more poppin' than mine, which I can probably fix by getting my brush wet. I'm kind of like drawing a line in between the blue and the purple. I don't know if that's how his is or not, but I think I just put too much on there, but that's okay. This isn't the most opaque concealer ever. Crap! Get off of that. Hey, that would be great. I didn't think about that. I just hold my eyelid and paint away. Woo! I'll just have to... Nah, I done touched it. I got blue eyeshadow on my fingers. I didn't even think about that. Science. I mean, this concealer isn't like Tarte Shape Tape. Now, if Tarte Shape Tape made one in white, that would be like amazing. I have the lightest shade that they have, and it's not light enough to do this. This is the only white anything I've got that would work. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it alone. So are you reading any good books right now? I've got like 4 on my headboard right now, and I like get bored and I'll pick one up and read it, and I don't always stay with the same book. I flip around. I guess I could do that on this side too. Boop. Got wrinkles on your eyelid? I don't. Oh crap. I decorated my other hand. Just pull on your eyelid. Who says you can't do things that are hacks for your age? Somebody just messaged me on BattleNet. I just heard the thing. Bing. I mean, it's funny. A lot of people don't read anymore. Oh, did you ever look into those Edward Sutherland books? Or Rutherford books? Edward Rutherford books. The British author I was telling you about. Do you ever... Oh, crap. See, that's what happens when you have hooded eyes. Now I really gotta fix it. Okay, I better put this down before I make an even bigger mess. I can't believe I did that. Oh well. I was gonna put blue back over it anyways. Well, it went on a lot brighter. Thanks to my screw up. Never heard of Shadowrun, but I love Burn Notice. I didn't get a chance to watch them when it first came out, so I wasn't really interested in it back then. But Netflix had it, and I watched all 7 seasons of it. If I could afford it, I'd buy all the box sets. I'm like stamping that white shade back over it so it doesn't like stick to anything else. Well, I used to have Amazon Prime, but I ran out of money to afford it. So my dad has Amazon Prime, but he doesn't know how to log in and access his Prime account for like the computer to watch anything. So I need to show him how to do that. And I have a Roku TV in my bedroom. As long as we have internet, I can watch just about anything on it. So I need to like get his login and password so I can watch more stuff in my room. But you figure I'm on my computer all day. I sit at my desk all day. So why do I need to worry about, you know, I don't know. I'm such a multitasker. Like I can't just go in my room and turn the TV on and watch TV. I have to be doing something. So I'll lay in bed, propped up, with pillows and whatnot, watching TV and crocheting. Or in between ads, I'll read a book. I can't just sit and watch TV. I've got to be doing something. It always drives my dad insane when I do stuff like that. Sorry, I zoned out there for a minute. I was in the zone. Yeah, my mom used to do it too. She'd crochet and watch TV. I don't know, it's just one of those habits you get into. That concealer like stuck on my hand. Look at those like white streak on my hand. And it won't come off. Well, I guess I'm wearing that concealer on my hand for a while, because I've got like a white spot on my hand where it was. Okay. Did I forget? I did. Ruh-roh. Okay, so he did a white liner in his waterline. And I don't have like a straight up white. I haven't like iridescent white. And it almost looks like he did black on the top. Got it on my eyelashes. They're all nice and silvery looking now. That's another thing I see people do. They like make their eyebrows look like a box in the front and then they put a tail on it. I mean, it's pretty, but is it really practical? I don't know. I guess because I have like, I only get like a few hairs underneath that I have to like pluck. But other than that, these are my eyebrows. That's the way they've always been. So I don't have to do a whole lot to my eyebrows for them to look decent. I certainly don't know how to do the Instagram brow thing. I'm sure if I spent an hour on my eyebrows alone, I could do that. I just ain't got time for that. That's one thing that I'm thankful for, though, is I don't have any like gray eyebrow hairs. My brother actually found one the other day. He came out and he said something to my dad about it. And his hair is, I think, a little bit lighter in color than mine, about the same texture and thickness. His hair doesn't have quite as much wave in it, and his hair doesn't like frizz out. Well, I've been on here for over an hour, and I'm not even done. So, you know, when you take your time to do makeup, it takes a while. But I know there's like some people that say that it takes like an hour just to do their eyebrows. I'm like, I ain't got time for all that. I think I will try doing a black, oh, I do have black liner out. I gotta move stuff around. I got stuff all over the counters. Literally. I know on my luck I'll drop something on one of those eyeshadows and shatter it. I can't tell if he did a wing or not. There goes my eyeball again. My poor eye. Oh, it's dinging. I just wanted to see how waterproof this eyeliner was. Whew. I guess that's the fastest way to check how runny or like, you know, waterproof your eye makeup is to stab yourself in the eye with the wand. almost wonder if he's got some sort of like white highlight on his center of his eyelid. Because it almost looks like he does. I think this highlighter is broken. It adds color to my skin, but I don't see anything shiny. And I don't think I got an actual highlighter out. I mean, I could, but... I went to cosmetology school in 1997. And I worked at doing hair until my heart attack in 2007. I miss doing hair. I fought like hell to get out of that wheelchair, and then by the time I was able to walk again after health problems in 2007, thank you. It's like a recreation of the James Charles. This is what I was going for. I mean, I got the new James Charles palette. I ordered it today. I just wanted to see what I had in my collection that would be comparable to some of the colors that he did. And of course, I don't have lashes or anything on, so my eyes don't look as put together. I mean, I guess I could put lashes on. like, where's my lash glue? Now, lashes are like a pain in the butt. Or at least they are for me. And I put my lashes on a little different than most people. Like you have these like beauty gurus that tell you, oh, well, you should apply your lashes like this, and this is the best way to hold them, and this is how you use tweezers to apply them to your eye. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to put tweezers next to my eye. I'm klutzy enough. Next thing I know, I'm gonna be stabbing myself in the eye with it. So I don't. Now I do have like those little lash helper things, and I use those to like squish them. I kind of cheat. If I get them too far away from my lash line, like I'll use the little tool to like crimp them close to my lashes. Even Sincere just came on. Yeah, I got these from Ulta, and when I first got them, they were like super crooked, so they didn't line up. Like one was like all the way up here. So my dad took them out to the workshop, and he heated them up and rebent them so that they the air just came on. So I'm using the air vent to blow on the lash glue. Tips and tricks. All right, now I got my palette propped up on my knee. Let's see if I can do. I got white stuff on my lashes. That's what happens when you put highlighter on after you put mascara on. I'll just try and hold them. Like I really have to like get in there, and even still, like I still stick it on my eyelid. So I have to like pull it off and then push it back on a couple of times to make sure I've got it where I want it. And then I come in with these guys and I turn them this way so that they are facing my eye. The curve is facing my eye. And then I just go as close to my lash line as possible, and then I squeeze down. And then I always make sure that I close my eye and push on the band. Like right now, the inner corner, I didn't get enough lash glue on it. So it doesn't want to stick. So I would just go back, like this part of it, the glue, I didn't get enough on it. And I just got lash glue on the actual lashes. See? Klutzy. And the other ones still look kind of white. This is why you should only put lash glue on one lash band at a time. It takes too long to put these suckers on. And I spend half my time farting with them. It's amazing how much lashes can change a look with lashes without. I mean, it's a big difference sometimes. Why are you stuck to my finger? Again, it's amazing what lashes do to a makeup look. God, these things feel weird. I stuck it too close to my eye and I got lash glue right at the corner of my eye. Now I've got like a tacky spot over here at the corner of my eye. I guess I put purple eyeshadow on it. Kind of cheat. Tacky? What tackiness? I just stuck some eyeshadow on it. Ain't tacky no more. Okay, so there is the finished look. I will be taking pictures and posting them on Instagram. I don't know if I'll do them in here or if I will go outside to take the pictures. I really kind of wish the orange shade that I have was a little bit more vibrant, and yeah, well, I like the look, but the orange shade kind of really gets lost. And I can't even get the little sucker open. Thank you. Like, I went back in with a little detailer brush to try and like add, and I even got the brush wet to like add more of the orange in. It's kind of like all of the shades are like a muted version of the colors that James Charles did. So this is what I was going for. And this is what I ended up with. Even the red isn't as like punchy. And I don't, know. How about this? Since I'm in inside lighting, let's go for a walk. Ow, my finger. Now I'm knocking stuff over on the counter. Just to show you, let me move the iPad back. Let me show you the disaster that is my counter. This is what my bathroom counter looks like right now. And I used, of course, my face brushes. These are all of the brushes that I used for this look. And I really do think he's got some sort of like pop of like light color on the center of his lid. Let me put my charger back on my desk. Come on, Emily, let's go out. Come on, Scrunch. Hi, bubbies. Meow. Bed hug. You want to go in? Is that a yes or a no? No? Well, fine, screw you. Okay, I'm gonna come out here in the sun so you can actually see. And thankfully the smoke has died down. I don't know what he was sawing earlier, but the neighbor was chopping something. I've got lash glue on my nail. So here is the makeup look. What do you think? Is it close enough to the James Charles look that I can get away with it? Now, and remember, I don't have any foundation on, just concealer. Come out here where I can get the sun on my face. Hey, there's some highlight. Hello. Talk about subtle much. Let me go out towards the road where there's actually, not as much tree cover. Okay, I'm not seeing any comments. I don't know if my stream died or what. Oh, I'm gonna go blind. Okay, I can't do the sun anymore. My eyes are too sensitive. Oh, hey, I see a comment. Yay! So, Michael, now you know how long it takes for makeup looks. So when your wife is in the bathroom and you're trying to go somewhere, she's like, 10 minutes, give me 10 minutes. You know that it's going to be 25. Like the other day, when we went to go vote, I started doing, I got a shower and I started getting ready. Like let me flip this around. Okay. So there is the main road. The polling place that we go to is not even, don't you chew on my knee, bub? Go away, you weirdo. Our polling place is basically right over there. So all I have to do, I literally can see it from the roof of the house. I can get on the roof of the house and see our polling place, which is just a church down the street. So I told Dad to text me when he was on his way home, so I knew I could, to get in the, hop in the shower and get ready to go and that kind of stuff, because we were going to ride to the polling place together. That's screwed. I'll go sit in the camper tree. Ow, acorn. Barefoot and acorns sucks. So I hopped in the shower at like 5:20, 5:30. Got out at almost, I had to wash my hair, so that always takes some time. Caught a squat in a tree. So, anyways, so I got out, got dressed. I was dressed by before 6 o'clock, but I was like, okay, well, we're going to the polling place, and I know I'm going to be taking a picture and posting it online because everybody was doing the hashtag Go Vote thing. And I knew I wanted to do that. And I take pictures with my voting thing every year. Every time I go vote, I always take pictures. So I was like, okay, well, I was wearing a dress because I didn't feel like I wanted something easy. So I threw on a pair of shorts, threw on a dress, because I don't wear dresses without shorts underneath because it's not proper. That and too many weirdos out there that want to look up under your dress. So I had a dress on that was black and white. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just do a quick makeup look. And I don't, like I said, I don't use foundation. So I threw concealer and stuff on. And I just finished concealer when my dad's like, come on, let's go. And I'm like, oh God. I'm like, give me 10 minutes. And I was live streaming. And the mic I had tried to use, like, I don't know if it was cutting in and out or what, but it didn't want to work. I don't know if I forgot to, if I didn't plug it in all the way, because sometimes if you don't plug your mic in all the way, you only get some sound. So I ended up, I was like, okay, well, I just won't talk. I'll just, do my makeup look and go. And then the YouTube live stream, stopped. And then the app crashed on my iPad. I was like, oh, crap. So I ended up just recording the rest of the look, which I do have. I haven't put it up yet. I need to just upload it. So I just saved it off my iPad yesterday, and we voted on the 6th. I think it was Tuesday the 6th is when we went and voted. So I need to get that uploaded, be part 2 or going to vote live stream continued, kind of thing. But it was only a couple minutes. It was basically me finishing my eyeshadow and that kind of stuff. So it didn't take too long. But I know some people want to see the process. And Michael, as you saw today, this took over an hour to do. Why are you sniffing my toe, you weirdo? Why are you sniffing my... Rotten boy. Just a rotten, spoiled rotten bed hog. You lay on the sheets and don't give mommy none of them. At least you don't burp and fart in bed. I guess that's a bonus, right? But anyways, sometimes the makeup looks that I do, they take 20 minutes. And because I don't wear foundation, I can have my makeup, concealer and eyeshadow, mascara, and lip color done in 10 minutes or less. But again, I don't wear foundation. I have foundation. I can wear foundation. I don't like to wear foundation. That, and they don't have a shade that is pale olive green. So until a foundation company or a company comes out with a foundation that is fair with green hues, I don't think I'll be finding my correct foundation shade. And everybody's like, well, warm undertones are supposed to be golden. I'm like, no. If you're fair, you're supposed to have yellow or golden olive, golden undertones. And that's when you're fair. Only medium skinned people can have olive skin tones. I'm like, what do you mean? Medium skin? Well, I'm part Native American, but on my mom's side, I'm French and Irish and Scottish and English. My mom, her mom was born in Quebec, and she is French Canadian. Her mom was Irish and French Canadian. Her dad was English and Scottish. So I have super fair porcelain skin, peaches and cream, fair with freckles on my mom's side. And my dad's side is Native American and German. So I have the rich olive undertones from the native side, this lovely schnoz, and the high cheekbones, the weird bumpy things on my shoulder. But I don't know, my skin coloring is weird, because if you look, I'm really green right through here. And again, I'm not wearing any foundation, so that's me. And if you look at like parts of my chest, some of it's like pink, but if you look here and on my collarbone area, it's green. And the inside of my arm is also green. So, I don't know. I'm pasty with green undertones. It's like, can they make a foundation in that shade? Pasty with green undertones. Hey man, are you eating acorns? What you doing, you wah-wah? It's a wah-wah. Emily. Oh. Hi. I know it's hot out, isn't it? This is winter time, right? Hot. You're clawing my knee, kid. You're clawing my knee. What do you want? What do you want? I'll get you. Anyways, so that's the makeup look. I reckon I'll go back in the house, clean up the disaster that is my bathroom counter, and wash 8 makeup brushes. Yay! That's such as my day. See, this is what happens when I get bored. At least I'm not like tired. Thankfully, I'm not tired, because you figure I didn't go to sleep until 7 o'clock 2 o'clock this morning, and I was up at like 6:30. So I should be slapstick silly right now, but I'm not. And I'd be out here roller skating on the driveway if it wasn't for all these little buggers. All of these things that try and kill me on roller skates. Awful little round balls of Satan demon work. The hateful little things with little pointy tops. You step on them and you say words that only sailors should say. But anyways, I'm gonna go. Oh, hey Mike. I'm like not seeing messages, I guess, or I'm not getting messages. I've got people watching, but no messages. But anyways, that's the look for the day. I've been on here for over an hour. So, hell, I've been on here almost 2 hours. Just playing with makeup. Like I said, it washes off. It doesn't have to be a perfect dupe for what James Charles did. I just took some inspiration from his makeup. And I did the best I could. So I will see you guys in another stream at another time. I did one last night. I just had a dog running. Yep, that was a dog. I did a live stream on Instagram last night, but I don't know if anybody saw it. And then I've got to get all of these things listed today online for sale. There's all my paperwork. Necklaces. A whole bunch more necklaces. And then I get to work on these. And I handmade all of these recently. This is all stuff I've still got to list online for sale. Fun stuff. That's a bail. But that's what my day, the rest of my day looks like. What is it, like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon? There. Yep, 3:20. Where did the day go? I've got all these pop-ups on my machine. I hate that. I hate web pages with pop-ups. They drive me insane. Okay, well, that is the end of this stream. I will talk to you guys in another video. If you have questions or you ever want to ask me anything, feel free to like leave comments on my videos or go to my community tab and leave a message on my community tab, and I will answer it there or in a video or in a live stream. And you can always like type stuff to me in the live streams and say hi. Just don't be inappropriate. That's all I ask. Like I had some rather inappropriate comments earlier. So they were put in a timeout because I will not deal with inappropriate, inconsiderate comments on videos or live streams. So if you've got something, I'm not worried about derogatory comments. I'm talking about comments sexual in nature. Do not want that stuff on my channel. Sorry, I'm a prude, but just how it is. If that's how you want to address a female, then you do that in real life. you do that in real life to the people that you know, but if you were to say anything like that to me in my to my face, you would get hit. Seriously, get hit. So, anyways, I'm gonna end the stream on that, and I will see you guys in another video. I do have one that will be going up at 5. Let me look at my dashboard really quick. I think I set it up for 5 today. And that's based on the color correctors, how I color correct, and I talk through that, and then I go over, yeah, all my color corrector videos. My color corrector video will go up at 5. And I've got another video I'm working on right now, just so you can see like the back end of stuff. Trying to get the program to load. There's wow. But this is my video editor, and then there's YouTube. So I've got another YouTube video to edit, and then I'll have that one ready to go up for tomorrow. But I will see you guys in another video. Hopefully you enjoy the one that goes up at 5 today, and I will see you then. And I will be in the chat then, so expect to be able to talk to me, ask questions, that kind of thing. Oh, now you want to load. Okay, here you go. I use Wondershare Filmora. I own, where is it? It's behind the box and under the cookies. I own Movie Studio Platinum. Was this 15, 14? But it's a pain in the butt to use. This one's so much easier, the Wondershare. And I'm like 2 minutes in on a 19-minute video. And then all of these are videos up here. Like this is the one that's in queue right now. This is the one I edited. There is the video that I recorded the day that I went to go vote. That was the, how many minutes is it? That's 5 minutes and 50 seconds long. That's me finishing my makeup look. It's an animal related video, and that's a Twitter feed thing. So these are all, like this one is what's being edited. That one I need to delete. So those are all videos that I need to edit right now, and I'll pull all my videos in at once and then just drag them down and work on them, export them, that kind of stuff, and then delete it off of here, and then move the next one down. So these are all videos I've got to work on, except for that one. It can go away. I worked on that one last night. That's what's going up today. So I will see you guys in another video. Hopefully that was informative. Hopefully this wasn't too boring and you liked the makeup look. I gotta go take a couple pictures of it in like outside lighting because it's too dark in here. Like even our living room is too dark. This is what our living room looks like during the day. Can you say dark? What? There we go. That's how dark my house is most of the time. So, I will see you guys later. Bye.